Okay, everyone, welcome in. We're going to be talking to the Luminosity boys here. Happy to be joined by Xenotronics, the mid laner, Masked, the jungler, and Barracuda, the hunter. We're going to start with you, Xeno. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty excited to play at LAN.
Yeah? You excited about this interview? You seem excited.
I'm a little nervous.
Please don't be. We're going to have a great time. Look, our colors are pretty close. Like, it's not like I'm wearing red or something like that. We're all a team.
Does that mean you're going to help us out?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Masked, how are you today?
Doing pretty well.
Yeah?
Just chilling. Yeah.
Chilling? Barra?
I'm doing amazing, Aggro. How about you?
Thank you, Barracuda, for having some manners. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. I'm excited about this interview, even if Xeno isn't. Really excited to have you guys here. I love the team storyline as we've kind of had throughout this split. I think it's been really fun to watch. You guys have some amazing games at LAN, and really excited to see what you guys can do here at Super Regionals. I want to start off by breaking your team camaraderie a little bit and making you pit against each other. Who is your strongest player?
Jeff.
Well,
Hands down.
Jeff? Why do you think Jeff?
He just keeps us all focused, and he'll literally die for any of us. And if I'm ever behind, even if I'm even, and he's like 1,000 gold down, he'll be like, no, you can solo that wave. You can solo those pigs, like, just to get me a lead. Like, he doesn't care about farm. He doesn't care about his KDA. He just wants to win. And he just doesn't care about looking good. Like, as long as he's getting all three of us ahead and he's making all three of us look good.
I mean, he looks good all the time. I mean, have you seen that beard? Like, he doesn't need to worry about
He's
looking
the
good.
sex for a reason.
No doubt. All right, what would you, we'll start with you on this one, Xeno. What would you say are your team's greatest strengths?
Wing at people and just, trying to fight as much as possible.
Really? That doesn't, I don't think that necessarily comes across in the way you guys play the game. You guys are patient but opportunistic, I think would be the word that I would use.
Yes and no. Our comms are a little cluttered at times, but most of the time, we just want to fight. We like to engage our, team fights and everything like that. That's where we strive at, I feel. And
it's scary cluttering those comms, right? I mean, that guy seems like he talks all the time.
He's like, guys, I'm diving, help me.
Barra?
I would say our mid 2v2 and our mid 3v3. Our solo lanes pretty much need to not lose. As long as we don't lose our solo lanes, they will just carry every game.
Solo lane, getting all that farm feels good. So would you say that's one of your greatest weaknesses, though, is that, if your solo lane isn't where you need it to be, it hurts your overall team fight?
Yeah, 100%. I think as well that hurts pretty much every team if your solo lane or me get behind, because if your solo lanes are losing, they get awkward pressure mid because they're forcing this 3v3 that they know they can win, and then there's someone else coming in or someone TPing behind. So we're used to playing this way, and when something bad happens, then it just kind of throws a wrench in everything.
All right, so what do you guys do as a team outside of Smite? How do you continue to grow as a team outside of the game?
You guys talk. I talk last
time. Is it some weird stuff that we have
Zeno sent me nudes one night.
My God.
Well, Scary was climbing up the banister, and Barra had to yell at him.
Yeah.
Be like, get down, Scary. The very stern.
Just keeps climbing up the banister. I'm like, dude, it's my house. Just please stop breaking things.
Oh, man.
He seems like a little monkey. He's just hopping around all over the place.
He's so energetic.
He's like
he stole my
George,
Dr. Pepper,
actually.
and then I had to chase him all around the house. I had to literally put him in a box to get him to stand still.
You gave the young man caffeine. That was your greatest mistake.
I gave him coffee.
That's Jeff drinks the coffee, not for Scary. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
How was that all being at Barra's house? I mean, was it fun? What's it like being in the fish tank?
Everyone should go at least once.
Yeah.
Is that an open invite to your place, Barra?
Yeah,
Everyone's
100%.
Everyone's coming over.
Yeah.
That is a huge mistake, and you should not have said that.
Yeah.
Talk to me. I think what a lot of people picture pro teams boot camping, it's like you guys locked in a dark room, 14 hours a day, sweating Smite. You got a bag of Cheetos, and that's all you're allowed to eat. Doritos, yeah, that can work too. Anything that gives that weird powder on your fingers. What is that sort of process like? What do you guys do?
I guess I'll talk every time because these guys keep looking at me. Pretty much after every scrim, you're allowed to just go over to the other room because I'm in my stream room, and then all four of them are in a big open room. So after every scrim, we're able to talk to each other, what went wrong in that game, what we should do next game, if we have any ideas for next game. It's a lot easier to communicate in person and kind of read body language versus online. Mass telling Scary to stop feeding. Like in person, it'll actually happen.
What
I never
else?
said that.
What else? I don't know if I believe that. What else did you guys do besides Scrim?
We just hang out. I mean, we're
Hang
pretty
out,
good
yeah.
when it comes to, like, there's no dull moments with us. We all just hang out. We talk, make jokes, and that's it. Yeah.
We're also extremely focused. Like I personally like always want to go over pick some bands. I always want to watch VODs. I always want to just be
Play
as prepared as possible going into LAN. So yeah, we just pretty much see Smite as the only thing happening in our life. So anything that can improve that is just the best.
Talk me through how you guys formed as a team. How did this squad kind of come together? Zeno, this one. Well, no, you joined the team. That's not fair. I'm gonna ask you another question.
You should
though.
ask.
I'll let you have this one, Bear. You haven't talked enough.
Another one. Pretty much, Andy left the team, and with Andy, Boosh kind of left as well. So we're looking for a mid jungle, and we were looking at Gars, we're looking at Dare to Carry, and we were looking at Mask. And then once Mask said like, I want to play with you guys, it was just Mask indefinitely. He was just by far the best of the three.
Yeah, just
And then we were we were trying out Xeno and Stealth as well, and Xeno just had much better synergy with Mask as well as the rest of the team in team fights as well as communication. So once we had those scrims, we scrimmed with both of them for about a week. We wanted to make the best decision possible.
Sure.
And once we were confident with Xeno, we told him, and then like we just skyrocketed from there. It was insane how fast we improved.
What was that process like for you, Zeno? That week of tryouts, basically.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna get the spot.
Zeno played way worse than
I
Ryan.
did. I was so nervous. Literally, like, our coach was telling me, like, dude, your screen is literally shaking when you're using Rygenol. What's wrong? Are you nervous? And I'm like, yeah. Well, my friends told me that, this is the team that won Worlds at one point, dude. This is nothing to, like, scoff over.
Mhm.
And I just got super nervous, and I didn't think I was going to get the spot.
Yeah.
So.
How have you, just looking back at that time and then at your LAN performance, I think that you yourself were talking about how you definitely got more comfortable as the LAN went on. How do you kind of take those past experiences to make sure that you're going to be ready to go right off the bat here at Super Regionals?
Something that Barrett told me, you gotta, like, all the stuff that you do wrong, you gotta, like, use that as fuel to get better. And instead of, like, looking at it like, damn, I played really bad, this sucks, you need to look at it like, okay, I made this mistake. This is what I can do to improve. I need to keep improving.
All right, Mask, I'm going to ask you this one because you have, I would say, probably one of the highest confidence levels in your own play among the group.
I don't know about that. Go ahead.
Who's the best 1v1 player on the team? You got someone that would take everyone else out?
1v1?
Yeah. Whenever you get into a dispute with Scary, you're like, yo, meet me on the duel map.
Nah. I'm not a good warrior player. I mean, I think the best 1v1er is definitely Barra, but if I get Frey, I'll pop off, and it'll be over for him.
Oh, yeah. I was watching a stream where you were playing Freya.
Don't get me started, bro.
And
Every game.
I saw a couple messages along the lines of, Hunter is easy, why don't you play this god every game?
I think that's the most pissed Barra's ever been at.
I
me.
was so mad at
He
him.
was steaming. But it was
Yeah,
funny, though,
and
to
on
me.
stream, he looked at Matt. He was just like smiling the whole time. You looked real heated.
It's the calm, like, murderer face. Like, I have to put on a smile right now, but I really just want to punch Mask in the face.
For anyone who watches Barra stream, the more he smiles, the more upset he is. One of the things you have to look at when you're watching a stream.
So whenever he's just like totally blank face, that's when he's having the most fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
For sure.
All right, fair enough. Did you have a team talk after that about how
No.
Freya needs to be the top pick for the team?
No.
He brought it up, and he was like, what about Frey? And I'm like, dude.
I just hopped in a TeamSpeak. I'm like, yo, Barra, how's my ADC? You think I can go pro with this? I'm like, do you think I'm better than Wowie? Come on. I gotta be better than Wowie at least. I mean, I'm an animal, so.
Yeah,
At Hunter.
of course. Is there any role you can't play Mask? Come on.
Jungle. Probably. I mean, jungle.
Oh,
for sure.
okay. All right. Do you just like meme all the time when you're in their team speak, and then like take it a little bit more serious whenever you're?
No, I do.
You just meme all the time.
Probably I don't know about memeing. I just like
He trolls.
mess around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just mess around.
There's some questionable links that we don't click on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're good links.
Oh man, I don't want to get into that. I don't think.
Yeah,
no.
Maybe I do. I don't know. We'll talk about it
We
afterwards.
should have definitely talked about what we can't discuss.
How do you think that being scrim partners in the past? I mean, I know you for the last few weeks you haven't been scrimming them, but you got a lot of information on Soar, at least what Soar used to be running. How much do you think that helps you in this matchup?
I think it helps us a lot, especially teaming with Andy and Baskin. I teamed with Andy for a really long time, so I know his playstyle. I know what he likes to do. I know what triggers him. I know what tilts him. So being able to be on his team for that long and then play against him, especially in scrims as well as tournament play, I think gives us a big advantage.
You telling Mask what tilts Andy?
Yeah,
It's like,
100%.
yo, be on a speed buff on time, and then he'll be upset. So how is it? Do you like? How do I want to phrase this? Whenever you scrim one team consistently for a long time, and then come to LAN and play different teams, you're like, oh well, you're so used to playing that one team that it feels like a totally different thing. Is it good? Do you think that it's better to have one consistent scrim partner like that, or do you prefer to switch it up and try and play a bunch of different teams?
It depends on the scrim partner. I would say Sora is a very just meta team, I would say. I don't think scrimming Sora was good at all for our LAN, because we played Allegiance, and Allegiance has their own Nox, Athena, and then Eager had their Erlong Raw that we had no idea about. Then Noble was just like playing lights out of LAN. But I don't think scrimming Sora was good for that LAN. I think, say, scrimming Sora would be really good for Group D LAN, because all those teams played meta, all those teams weren't pulling out new picks. It was all just what you're used to scrimming against. But normally I would say scrim partners are extremely beneficial, because you can try out multiple picks. You're not worried about stuff being late, because we all trust the guys on SOAR. So if we want to try out this pick and they want to try out this pick, you can do that, and you don't have to worry about it being leaked.
So you're saying that you helped out SOAR way more than they helped you out by playing traditional comps for them to get ready for Group D. They owe you one, right?
Yeah, I would say 100%.
For sure. Are you guys, describe to me your confidence level in this? This is more for you, Barra, because you haven't talked enough this interview quite yet. Describe to me your confidence level in the 3 rookies that you guys have. I mean, there was some ups and downs during the Group B LAN, but definitely ended on an up note day 3. Are you completely confident in Xeno, Mast, and Scary?
I'm extremely confident in all 3 of them. After LAN, after I had the talk with Xeno about, like, you can't let your bad plays haunt you, he just picked it up immediately. He was playing pretty much better than ever. Mask, like, as the LAN went on, he started, like, amazing and just got better. And Scary was the exact same way. Like, as the LAN went on, they just got more comfortable. They started playing better. And as long as we don't just revert everything, like, as long as we don't just go into SOAR, oh my god, we're playing on LAN. We're playing against Anonster. We're playing against Vask. Like, as long as we just play our game that we know how to play, like, we're just going to win.
Who would you guys say, talk to me about your shot calling dynamic. I mean, I know Jeff's the guy who talks all the time, but what would you say is like the split in the comps?
Me?
I would say 90% Mask right now.
Yeah.
I would say that's like 10% me for like objectives, but I would say Mask has final say over me and over everyone on the team. Also, it's a lot more democratic.
It is.
Xeno and Jeff both say things, and Mask always has his final say. Like, if Jeff says we're doing this, and Mask will just be like, yes or no. Like, it's just immediate, it's fast, and I think that's the best communication, where Mask doesn't see everything on the map. He doesn't see every play possible. So if Jeff and Xeno and Scary and me are just giving him advice, giving him, this is what's happening, like, I personally try to be as vocal as possible about the enemy ADC, so he can make the best possible shot calls in mid.
Yeah. I think that might be surprising to some people on the outside, because, I mean, like we've talked about a lot, you and Jeff are former world champions, and then this guy comes onto the team in the beginning of the split, and he's the one with the majority of the responsibility. Did it surprise you how good his shot calls were? Were you expecting him to kind of fill that role whenever you picked him up?
Watching Denial play in Spring Split, I knew that Mask and Xeno were insanely good. Playing against them, they just beat Andy and Boosh. And like a lot of people now think I have this new aggressive play style. It's just, they just win mid. And I'm allowed to do literally whatever I want, because we just have pressure in mid. And that comes off of his shot calls, where he's just insanely confident. He knows what he wants to do. He knows Xeno's limits. He knows Jeff's limits. He knows what we can get away with, what we can't get away with. And I didn't think it was going to be this good, but I mean, he's just phenomenal at shot calling.
Do you guys have a theory crafter? Who's the one coming up with the weird sort of compositions or builds or anything like that? Anyone on the team?
I would say it's Quintosh, our coach. I know Xeno has a lot of pocket picks that he wants to play. He has just a lot of gods he wants to try out, and I'm pretty compact, I would say. I know how to play every ADC, but I know it's the best ADCs at the time. I don't think anyone on the team's like, okay, we're gonna play Odin ADC, we're gonna Hades support, and this is what we're gonna do. I would say we just kind of adapt to whatever meta is created.
Fair enough. All right. Do you guys have any pregame rituals? Anything you guys like to do before a game to get yourself in the right state of mind?
I don't wear white shoes.
Why is that?
The first day when we lost to Eager, I was wearing white shoes, and I'm like, I'm never wearing white shoes again.
Did you
All
throw
white
them?
shoes?
Did you throw them out?
Nah, they're in my house.
Are you
But-
gonna wear them like day to day, or is it only a game day sort of thing?
I mean, I'm just not wearing them.
I
ever.
need you to tell me every detail of this decision, Matt.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just I had white shoes on them, and then I'm just like, man, these white shoes cost me these games. Forget these white shoes. Throw them back.
Barra, what shoes were you wearing when you got like 20 kills on Rom against
Same
Noble?
one. Same one, yeah.
And he's wearing them again.
And
This is over.
Jeff doesn't wear gray boxers. I've been playing really well with a beard, so I kept the beard. I always play in sweatpants, always take my shoes off, and I like to listen to pretty much anything that'll hype me up and just get me really pumped up and really excited to play.
Zeno, do you look at a picture of Jing Wei before every match? Is that
No, I actually just drink a lot of coffee and hope for the best.
and hope that you don't have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the set?
Yeah, it doesn't help though.
All right.
Right after game 1, I gotta go.
Every time. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us. I want to thank you guys again, Luminosity, Xenotronics, the mid laner, Mass, the jungler, and of course, Barracuda, the hunter. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was a great time, and we'll see you guys next time.